Opposing Perspective Podcast. Tap in with my guys, man. You already know it's your boy Wilde Tuna, the big fish, biggest fish of the 7 seas, most drip you ever seen and all that. But make sure you check my episode out and check the whole season out. Whole thing lit. Let's get it.
You know, let's go into this lack of resources in the entertainment industry in the Philadelphia area.
Because too many people want to be artists, one, and not be the help. If we had more of a demand for places for people to be podcasters, show hosts, talk show hosts, you know, there's other lines of production, hip hop news, music news, anything news. There's mad outlets that could be helped within our culture, though. You know what I'm saying? Don't go work for NBC and think you're about to do something for us. It's not going to happen. Make your own network. Put people in place on your network, build it up, and be a part of, you know, the culture. You go to New York, I can send you to 1 billion places in one city.
Yesterday I scoot away, I play the safe. Big dog in the yard. I don't talk. Big dog in the yard. I don't talk.
I didn't realize as a kid we was never going to see black people on TV again.
Oh, man. What about Abbott's Elementary?
Yo.
They had Blackish.
Man, Blackish? That was... Man.
They didn't like that show?
I ain't going to say I didn't like it. It was just like a... Nah, I ain't going to talk bad about Blackish. It was just
the name.
It wasn't like us. It wasn't us when it comes to where we come from. When it comes to TV,
yeah,
you feel me. When it comes to moral aspects of what we used to push on TV, it kind of it's testing the limits. I guess because it's modern. You know what I'm saying? It's modernized.
Testing the limits.
I mean, compare Blackish to Martin. You can't. Martin hanging with Mr. Cooper, like, you know what I'm saying. You can't compare this new time to the old time, bro. We was at a different level back then.
Yeah.
We was at the peak of our...
They did more but less resources. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I feel you on that. And it's not the same. Even like watching like, what's that? Like The House of Pain and Meet the Browns. Like that's supposed to be the new era of black sitcoms, but it's not like the 90s sitcoms.
It's not it, man. No disrespect to Tyler Perry. If he give me a job, I can help him out. But it was like, I feel as though when it comes to black comedy, when it comes to the sitcom, I feel like it's too Bojangles like, like it's too jigaboo. You feel me?
Tap dancer.
Yeah, because like think about it, like you even with Fresh Prince had its times where it was like, come on, but it was a lot of black pride, black understanding, information, slight education thrown in there every once in a while. And that was Fresh Prince. It wasn't made for that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like based off of family base. It was based off of Broken Family. I'm talking about we had shows where we had family base. We had grandma and grandpop in the crib. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was the moral dynamic a little difference. That's why I feel like we need to go back to that.
Nah, well listen, you know, we got Wilde Tuna back on the pod, you know what I mean? He has a lot to say today, you know?
Yeah, we talking today. You know what I'm saying?
Well, first, you know, let's welcome Opposing Perspectives Podcast. I'm your host, Dale. It's a lot of controversy going on, you know. I've been seeing a lot of things on social media. We definitely want to get into some of your your posts. I was like, this is 1980 hip hop since 1987. Wild Tuna, from what I've been seeing.
Yeah, I'm back.
But you know, thank you for coming back.
Definitely.
You know, appreciate you. You know, it's been a minute. You know what I mean?
Right.
Actually, it's been like a year. Yeah, March. I think the last time it's been a whole year since we had you on.
Yeah. I took this nice drive out here. It's beautiful out here. I said that last time, and every time I come out here, I'm like, damn, I got a little bit more work to do. It's nice out here. But no, yeah, man, it's been a year. We got a lot done. A lot of things that we said that we were going to do. We did accomplish a lot of things that we said that we planned to do. Even some things didn't work out how we wanted to, but we learned. You know what I'm saying? from aspects of what we're doing for the kids and things like that. That's all green. That's still going.
And you had the Adidas partnership?
Oh, yeah, that's still going.
Yeah.
Adidas is lit, man. Shout out to drippyfish.com. Go visit the website. My clothing line is lit. Adidas still locked in with us. We get to use any materials, anything that they have, we have access to. If they like anything that we put together, they'll promote it also on their end. They'll add us to a collection that they have for independent designers.
Okay.
And I landed that about a year and a half ago, and I really start putting a foot on the gas the last 2-3 months of getting the collection, building it even more. So when we drop the spring collab, it's gonna be heavy. You know what I'm saying?
I want to ask you about that. So how are they promoting the brand? Like,
so they aren't promoting it right now,
Okay.
but I'm able to use and promote it as is mine without any copyright infringement. So whatever I design on their hoodies, it's a go. So whenever you order from us, it'll have the Adidas logo, the Adidas stitching, Adidas tag and everything, but I'm designing it. So whatever print, whatever sayings that's on there, whatever slight, you know what I'm saying, difference that they don't have already.
Okay.
That's for me. Yeah.
Oh, snap. So that's different.
Yeah, so it's just about having access, and like I said, if they really like something, then they'll add it to their collection. They'll put it on their website, things like that.
So when did you get into like full designing?
About 2018, 19.
And you do everything yourself on the digital scale?
Yeah, all digital work. When it comes to hands-on, I learned how to stitch and embroider and things like that, but I don't touch anything anymore. Once I learned it, I'm like, I can't do this all day.
But you just designed the logo and the aspect of it. But
placement, print.
No, I think that's dope. Yeah, that's dope. I didn't know you was getting into all of that.
On the low, because I always did graphic designs and I always, did things for other people. That's the crazy part. A lot of things I'm doing for myself now are things and services that I gave to other people. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was album designs, whether somebody wanted to start their clothing line, I make their logo.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff that's going around, and I'd be like, I helped them do that, or I did this, or I see my work a lot of places outside of the music.
So speaking of people that used to help out, resources that used to utilize your service.
Yeah, a lot of people, man.
There's somebody on social media that said they would never take any resources or services from you, or it never has, which has prompted you to show proof and evidence of what you've done.
Yeah, and I didn't even bring everything out. I didn't bring everything out. I promise. There's so much more in the clip, but I chilled because that individual deleted the thread. And what it made me realize as a person, as a man, as a black man in America, what it made me realize is two things. You can help people, but after you help people, forget that you helped them. Because they're going to forget. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing.
Speak.
The second thing is you can never do enough. Literally, you can never do enough. And that's not even a bad thing when I think about it, because that's just motivating me to do more. It's like, I do got more time to do something else. I can do this. I can step into this field and things like that. So, this person, shout out, though. And it's crazy because, sometimes the worst people bring the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? So I took it as that moment like, you know what? She right. Maybe I didn't make it. Maybe I didn't do everything I said I did and everyone else said I did. Maybe my resume is faded and old. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to do something new, right? Helping the community and kids isn't enough. Being a family guy isn't enough.
It's not enough, yo.
Being a humble believer of a higher being isn't enough. You know what I'm saying? Feeding the homeless isn't enough. Putting shoes on kids' feet ain't enough. Donating money to Malawi, Africa is not enough. Being a part of the Music Academy, Grammy Academy, being a part of the Philadelphia Music Union, it's not enough. You feel me? Ex-president of Vice Hip Hop since 1987 is not enough.
It's never enough, man.
Ex-Root, shout out to Dice Raw, that's not enough. You feel me? It has to be more. I interviewed 50% of the celebrities that was popping in the last 5 years. That's not enough. I gotta get Jay-Z now, and then that's not gonna be enough. So we gonna keep pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z gonna be washed. So.
Yeah. Most washed. These YNs don't know who Hove is. What do you mean?
Speaking of, you're saying being a family man is not enough. There was one post where you were proving that you were a family man by it was the one shorty twerking in a thong.
Yeah. So this was the individual, right?
That was the individual?
That was the individual. That's what made it all great. You
She had the baby oil on her and everything. She was greased
down.
up, yo. She was greased, yo. But I mean, she was sliding all over that floor.
I did it before Diddy did it. You heard me?
She had the baby oil
was going
greased.
crazy.
She was lit. And all I know too was like, you see, I'm not even in any of the photography because I was in the back with my wife and she was pregnant at the time.
Yeah, she was pregnant at the time. I was in there rubbing the belly while she was in there getting rubbed down. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy to me because the individual was a singer and I'm like, damn, you came all the way here and you ain't sang one note, baby girl.
Oh, man.
You paid to be here, though.
Man.
I said you got free range. Do what you like. You decided to do what you like. Not what you do. But, I mean, that was part of the thing. It was like, and that was just a small piece of it. Like, you know, I was a gentleman that whole night. That's what also threw me off. She called me a creep. I didn't like that because I have daughters. And I'm like, I never do creepy things. So I don't want that to be on my name. And it's on the thread. No, we got to clear this up. So that night, short story, after that show, I take the guests and the host and everybody out, the whole team out after, to celebrate. And she got super lit. Not only was she kissing all over my other co-host, shout out to Fame. She was kissing all over Fame. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm peeping it. I'm like, she a little turnt, you feel me? Fame wasn't feeling her, pushed her off a little bit. Go to sub, a couple hours later, she's throwing up and pissing on herself in the back seat. And I'm just like, we helped you, we cleaned up, and you know what I'm saying? The girls make sure you was good. I drove everybody home, dropped you off first, and then I drove everybody else home. So I didn't know where the creep comment came in at. But I was like, hey, just shows you once again, you can never be too good of a person. You know what I'm saying? You can never be what you think you're being to another person. Opposing perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's always another perspective out this joint. And it might be crazy. It might be crazy. You might think you Jesus to this person. This nigga, they think you the devil.
So, let's go into this lack of resources in the entertainment industry in the Philadelphia area.
Yeah. Huge lack.
We were just discussing this, and I didn't really think about there's only really one outlet, and that's the media. That's the radio outlet. Yeah. And why do you think that is?
Because too many people want to be artists, one, and not be the help. If we had more of a demand for places for people to be podcasters, show hosts, talk show hosts, there's other lines of production, hip hop news, music news, anything news. There's mad outlets that could be helped within our culture, though. You know what I'm saying? Don't go work for NBC and think you're about to do something for us. It's not going to happen. Make your own network, put people in place on your network, build it up, and be a part of, the culture. You go to New York, I can send you to 1 billion places in one city. You could literally go, I've been to this is place in Manhattan, right? They call it's one of the piers. Okay. Walk in this thing, it looks like a bunch of warehouses. Okay. Law and Order films here. Drink Champs films here. I'm like, yo, this is all one building? That's crazy. We didn't even touch the city yet. This is all at the tip by the water. You know what I'm saying? You go to Philly, you could do everything in a day. You don't have to stay here long. You know what I mean? So I think that's the first thing. We got to get more people in place who want to be a service to the culture. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to these colleges, get degrees, and then go work for them. We still need help here. The other thing is, when it comes to being an artist, people jumping the gun before they're really ready, and then blaming things on what they call gatekeepers. And I said it before, I really don't feel like Philly has gatekeepers.
When you say jumping as an artist before they're ready, can you go into that more? Because I've been through that when artists have drained all of their resources into certain projects and didn't think of the longevity.
Yeah, it's like for example, jumping the gun is, why are you going to make a money transaction with people who don't know you before you have your own transactions by yourself and what you already have on your own reach?
So you need money coming in?
Yeah, like, if you're not making money right now, why do you think you're going to walk in this building and magically make money? It just don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a fan base. If you have a fan base, I don't care what you're doing, you're going to say, I'm making money. I got fans. They listen to doing this. Some people don't have that. Some people really just have their talent. They love it. They may be good at it, but you don't have nothing else. So you're coming to somebody who you want to invest in you, and there's no receipts of what has been invested in you already.
Yeah.
Boom. Then you got the one artist that paid mad bread, super investment, long list of receipts. No fans. You then got features with this guy, producers here, super writers, super this and that. No fans. So then you go into somebody and you got a great resume to be a writer for someone else that's popping.
So basically, to the artist who, you feel as though you're not getting any attention off of just your music, and if you think pairing with a celebrity, it's never going to work.
It's such a crazy thought that it's like this.
Because he's still not going to believe, you're saying.
In the sports aspect, right? Think about all the great people Michael Jordan has played against.
Okay.
Now think of all the people who weren't great that Michael Jordan played against.
Okay.
Ain't no more names gonna pop up in your head because you're just thinking right now, all I can think is Michael Jordan. Even when you're thinking like, damn, who he play? Nobody fucking cares. He beat everybody. Nobody cares. You're not the top guy. You know what I'm saying? When Drake did the song with Meek, people cared because Meek already had fans. Drake already had fans. When Drake did a feature with Trippie Redd, nobody gave a fuck. Who the fuck is Trippie Redd? Like, nobody cares. Yeah. It's cool for them too. And a little project, but nobody cares. Nobody now think about if somebody coming up think that they do a song with Meek, they supposed to be on now because Meek's on. Meek has a whole system behind him that works behind his name. You don't even have a proper Instagram schedule to post.
Would you say basically it's just a new way for artists to make money to go ahead and pay for futures, especially with the streaming, the streaming numbers, killing the amount of money and profit that you make.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because, realistically, if you're going to feature with somebody, the most valuable thing you can get is the content with that person outside of the song. The song is going to be the least valuable thing that comes out of doing a song with whoever you do a song with.
It's the video, the interviews, the interactions.
The music video, if you can get that in the contract. Music video do you great, but if you don't get a music video, the song's nothing. The content's going to be way more important. You talking to them in the studio, y'all doing but people want to see that. You know what I'm saying? They'll hear the song once or twice.
So that's an example of an artist just not ready and not wanting to put the work in, taking the easy way out.
Nobody's ready, unfortunately.
Can't buy your way to the industry. You got to put the work in.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's flawed is somewhere. Nobody's perfect, but some things can be fixed. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of artists in Philly right now that getting booked for shows. They got a song, a single popping. You know what I'm saying? People are coming out. People are buying their merch. Even if it's just hoodies with their face on it, whatever it is. Meatball was selling stocking caps for how long? You feel me? So it's like, come on. Like for an artist that's doing something more substantial than just entertaining, you can't be getting beat up by content creators. Content creators are whooping y'all ass and y'all are actually talented.
Damn.
Because they're working harder.
Damn.
They not in the studio when you're in the studio. So that time you're in the studio, they're networking.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta build your brand up.
Yeah.
You gotta build your brand up. That's true.
It don't take 100 songs.
Mm-hmm. Going back to, Philadelphia and what's going on lacking resources, why aren't there more immediate outlets? Like, we just talked about like $1 million worth of game.
Yeah.
They
shout
probably
to Gil, shout to Wilde.
Yeah, shout them out, dope show. But they probably only interviewed
you gotta be ready.
Just a couple Philly artists.
That's why I said. That's why I'm not mad because when you sit down and look at who they interviewed, it was beneficial both ways. So that's why I tell artists all the time: you gotta be try to be the most beneficial person in the room. If it's not what you bring, let it be what you do outside of your talent. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't got that fan base, who's going to interview you because you good? We can find good people everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some people it's cameramen that might be better rappers than me. What do I look like coming here talking about, put my song on? You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to hear another song. 60,000 songs get dropped every day on Spotify.
So
hip-hop songs at that. You trying to compete with 60,000 songs a day, you got to do something different.
So, what's the wave then? What is the strategy, the approach to?
And call me. Call me, you hear me? Listen, call me. Because the thing is, it's not about, like what we were saying, there's no gatekeepers. It's really just people who have done extraordinary things in their past. And if they see something come along the way that might spark their interest, they might throw a oop, right? But being as though most of those oops are financial investments, they're hesitant to do it because they don't really know you or know how long you're going to rock out with. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I can invest in my son before I invest in a random person. Mm-hmm. Why not? You know?
That's true.
So that's where I say is that. But no, to answer your question on a serious note, be bigger than just what you want people to look at you as. You know, a lot of people do this because, I want to be number one. I want this and that. Whatever the reason is you doing it for, it has to be bigger than that reason, unfortunately. And you might be doing it to save the world. I want all the kids to have food and this and that. It still has to be bigger than that because you're going to get burnt out.
One of the things I like that you said is that content creators are whooping artists' ass. Because, and it's very true, because if you think about it, yo, sometimes a song ain't really hot until a content creator touch it, yo.
Facts.
It's like, if you're an artist, you really... Matter of fact, you might want to invest in a content creator to push your song.
It's the greatest investment you can do. It's not the DJs no more. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Unless they radio DJs, it's not the DJs. It's the content creators. Let Kai Cenat play your shit on his stream. You lit. Wow. At least for that week. Pay him again. You lit for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Pay Kai Cenat and all them other people. I don't really follow them. I just know Kai because. But you know, pay all those content creators, man. Cut them a bag. Let them play your drum.
Yeah, they be want a bag. It was the one dude.
I know they want a bag though.
It's the one, the one guy that be holding the people off on the ledge of the pool.
Oh yeah,
he wanted like 5 racks to do something.
But look though, it's a guaranteed viewership. It's guaranteed that after you have that, you can take that to another content creator and say, "Yo, this person has my song. They charge me what they said 5,000. This person charged me 2,000. Can I give you 2,000 too?" Is he gonna really go hit the nigga up and ask? If he is, fuck it. I still got 2,000 for you. You with it or not? That's what I got. That's my budget. But I mean, take what you get and run with that. You can't do something and then try to do something else. Go promote what you just did.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? When I did the joint with what's my man who do all the buying everybody drinks thing, Trav, the bull Trav. I don't know if you know him.
No.
But what he do is he'll pop up, content creator. He'll pop up on Drake or whoever celebrity and say, "Yo, I need 1,000 bottles on him. It's all on his tab." Blah blah blah. Right. So it's my opportunity. We chilling at the party. I'm about to go get him. You feel me? So I go get him. I get him with his own shit. Boom. Put it on my joint to do numbers. Blah blah blah. But then we build a relationship off of me not trying to be a super gangster or me trying to be I'm a upcoming artist. I'm the shit. Like, no, nigga, have a good time. Join the festivities. You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking people view you how you think of yourself. They don't. They don't see you like that because you ain't like that. You see, like Jay-Z like that. He can have a upstanding thought in his head. You know what I'm saying? Meek Mill like that. These people have done things big enough to feel however they feel. But what's crazy about these people, most of them don't even do that. They don't.
So humble
the underground artists are the least humble people in the world.
Humble yourself. That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's the ones. I think that's a confidence thing. That's like it's definitely insecurity thing because the artists that made it, they're doing well. They can be the nicest people, the most humble. But the ones that are like you said, underground, haven't done nothing.
Mm-hmm. They fighting for it.
They fight, yo.
They fighting.
And anything you say can be...
They break up with their girl. She don't like a song.
Yo. Yo.
You don't like... But you listen to that nigga, though. You listen to that nigga, oh, that's Ryder, but you're not going to listen to me?
They don't like
that's crazy. You listen to Leaf Ward, but I can't get the spins like Leaf Ward and Core. Like, what's up? Like, no. You're not that good. Nobody believe.
Well, listen, we hitting that 20-minute mark. We're gonna take a quick break, real quick. All right.
All right, let's get it.
All right.
What up, what up? It's your boy Khaled. What I need y'all to do right now, I need y'all to run over to Amazon Prime and get that SOS, Sons of Sins. It's the hottest thing out in the streets right now. Go tune in with us right now, Sons of Sins.
lifestyle might seem attractive, but most time it leads to chaos and destruction. This is a Camden story, North to be exact.
I've been talking to Big Shot. We gonna furnish whatever we buy. They got the best coke out right now. You ready for that mission?
Hell yeah. Just wish I knew more about it, though. They going in there strapped for war, man. This shit's serious.
We gonna do more than just trap, you know?
Man, give me everything, man.
What the fuck? What the fuck happened? Got him!
Niggas respect the big guns. It's an intimidation factor, you feel me?
The main rule with this shit right here is you rather get caught with these motherfuckers than get caught without them.
Some wild cowboy shit, man.
So y'all motherfuckers causing havoc out in the streets, huh?
Look, man, Taino sent us. You know, to see if you want to get down with this thing of ours.
Why Taino didn't come, man? We 20 years in.
Should make it happen, man. Fuck them Camden niggas, you know?
You know, it's always a green light.
Hey, listen, man, we got something on line for you, man. You up for it? Who it is?
All your friends is dead. What, you trying to be the next one?
I done came a long way from being broke. Just to know these streets ain't never give us hope. Thank God I was born with the hustling and stay solid through the shit that broke the mother niggas.
Artist.
Well, listen, we back from break. We back with Wilde Tuna. We're going to talk about some of his upcoming projects and different things that he has going on.
Yes, sir.
Let him know what you got going on.
Yeah, man, we definitely so this winter it's gonna be my first solo fashion show, man. We doing something for Drippy Fish Collection, where we bringing all the seasons together of everything I've been working together, just the top, the top lines, the top releases. I've been a part of other fashion shows before. I've been, I had, what they call lines, you know what I'm saying? I had the models wear my stuff and all that.
Mm.
But doing my own is a lot different way of looking on, like, how they put these shows together. Because I'm not, like, the super fashion guy, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm, Dapper Dan and all these, like, no, I'm still me. So how I put it together was, I'm going to put a show within a show. I see how they do their thing. It's very beautiful how they do their thing, but I'm gonna make it a little different, you know what I'm saying, because I am from the hip-hop world. So the presentation gonna be hip-hop. I'm gonna have the artists doing art on the stage, you know what I'm saying, things like that. I'm gonna have the performances, not crazy, but it's gonna be here and there. You'll see an artist pop out, do a song or two while the line is going. And I want to reach out and get the local brands to be a part of it too. Most fashion shows, Fashion Week, even Philadelphia Fashion, they got their thing. It's a popularity contest, so I'm really about what it looked like. Forget how many sales you got this week. Does it look good? You know what I'm saying?
So since you say you're not the most fashion guy.
Yeah, like, most of these people in the industry, man, they went to school for it and, they really cut their material cloth and go visit Asia to see the cotton be made.
I got you. With that being said, do you plan on, probably bringing together a bunch of designers together and work with them?
Yeah, I would love that because
having a group of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Because I look at it, like anything, a team is always better when you do anything, especially when the team's from different places and they have different walks. You know what I'm saying? So working with somebody from across the country is easier now, you know what I'm saying, than it was, a couple years ago. So that access is like, you can really build a nice team if y'all got a common goal. So,
what designer inspires you, would you say?
I ain't gonna hold you. The first designer that inspired me was Dapper Dan because of what I seen he did outside of clothes. When he was saying in the interview, when he's like, I was designing the interiors of people's cars and things like that, I'm like, oh, That would be crazy. It expanded my thoughts on what you can actually customize. So that's when I put my clothing store together, I was customizing everything. You know what I'm saying? Bags, backpacks, swimwear, whatever you can think of, we got. You know what I'm saying? You need a desk, I can customize it, send it to you. You want a couch?
Okay.
Whatever, anything. You know what I'm saying? Put a stamp on it because you never know what's going to hit. We might make $1 million off of dog beds next year. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Drop shipping. Who knows?
Yeah.
You never know.
Start customizing car seats and all that type of stuff. Man.
Like, there's a pencil. Like, think about school supply companies, right? Most of those companies had contracts, so the things that they make are already paid for. You treat this, your business like that. It's like, all right, we make backpacks. Let's get a contract with a school, get it paid for. So we just got to get the kids the backpacks.
Oh, that's right.
It's like accessible. So then what you do is you just keep doing that in multiple places and do what they do.
It's funny you said that. Like, I work at a school, and so they use Apple, and it's like so many Apple products. And I think about, man, how much money that Apple just make off this one school.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's crazy.
3 times as much as whatever you think.
Yes. Easy $100,000. Easy.
Yeah. No,
Easy.
million. It's $1 million. Because they're quoted prices. You know what I'm saying? They're not giving them wholesale prices. It's a contract. So what does it cost? It costs me this. And to ship these and the maintenance and they're going to run it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the business model though. You gotta think that big. Even if you don't get there, you'll get far. Shit.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So you made your movie introduction last year.
Yeah.
And you getting back into that now.
Yeah.
Ultimate High 2's coming?
Yeah. Shout out to Jimmy the Saint, man. We're gonna be filming that now that the weather's breaking. It should, we should get everything done in a matter of time to be able to have it drop at the top of the year next year.
Is Rome coming back with you?
Of course.
Okay.
Can't leave my guy out. Yeah, need Rome, man. But it's dope because the overview of it is, depending, you did see it, so how it ends. There's repercussions for how it ends. So that's, without giving it away, we still got to go through what happened at our apartment that night. In the first one, Ultimate High on Tubi, Amazon Prime, check it out. But yeah, so that's coming. Also, I've been writing a lot, so I got some things up my sleeve, man.
When you say writing, what are you writing? A series or another movie?
I got 2 series, and I have a movie idea that I built in. So I didn't really write it all the way out, but it's a very well built idea. Like everything's covered. But what I can tell you is, because I don't want nobody to steal my idea, what I can tell you is the best part of it is that it's like a re-education of religion, but with a realistic twist, right? So like, let's think about, just place yourself in like biblical times. How would you be? Do you think you'd be the same person?
Nah, probably not.
No, why not?
Different laws. You got to adjust to the times. You got to adjust to the times, though.
It's the same laws, though.
Nah, I think it would be a little bit different. You got to move a certain way. You got to live a certain way.
All right.
I still be the same person on the inside for the most part, but
that's gonna still show in the forefront.
But at certain things, I mean, you know what I mean. You got to adjust to the times, do what the Romans do. Isn't that the same?
Right. That's my point. Yeah. So like, you know what I'm saying? Our laws are based off of, we can say off of like the Roman Empire. We didn't change too much after that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Moral codes didn't really change too much after that. So what would make you different other than what you're wearing type shit?
That's true.
So that's where I'm bringing it to.
Okay.
Because when we look at this religion, we look at it like this was millions of years ago, and it's like, nah, this wasn't too long ago. Like, if we look at it for real, it wasn't that long ago.
No, if you think about it, you look at what's going on in Israel, it's the same thing as biblical stuff. That's a biblical war. So, yeah, I see what you're saying.
This shit hasn't changed since the beginning of the time. It's the same shit. So once you peep that, and it's like, all right, let me play with it now. Because, like, now I know. So, like, if I was in the Garden of Eden, I'd probably be selling the fruit. Because at some time, I was selling stuff you wasn't supposed to sell. And we wasn't supposed to be touching the fruit. We wasn't supposed to be touching the weed. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to just, like, think about things like how much time you really had back then. You used to live forever, like in those. Even if you take it to those biblical times, I got 120 years to live. That's a lot of time.
It's a lot of time.
People used to live longer than that.
No,
5,000 years and stuff like that.
Yep.
You're going to find some shit to do.
Yep. Listen, I want to transition. Your relationship with Jimmy the State. Your guys are pretty cool, pretty tough. We look at the body of work that he's been doing, and what they're trying to build. Do you think that they're building something close to what they have going on in Detroit and Atlanta? A lot of movies are coming. It's coming together. You think you see that coming?
Oh, for sure. If that's what he's pushing for, he gonna do that. Yeah.
What do you think is holding us back from getting to that Detroit level? What did Detroit do that Philly's not doing?
Gotta have a hit, baby. You gotta have a hit. You gotta have. Baltimore did it. They had The Wire. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a hit that makes people say we have to go to the city and see what's going on again, because independent film is very important when it comes to film. Like, people don't understand how important independent film is.
When you say a hit, what makes a movie a hit?
I'm not a movie expert.
What makes something a hit?
The aspects is covered. You know what I'm saying? You cover the basic fundamentals of it, and then you make people step into it outside of just looking at it. Because when you get immersed into a film, when you watching the film, and you in it like, oh. When you do that type stuff, it's different effects as in when you're just watching this movie and you're just watching what's happening.
What if it's a hidden gem and when you watch it, you're in it, but it's just that it's not being seen. You don't know about it. You're having trouble getting that reach.
It ain't a hit then. Hits don't have trouble getting reach. You know what I'm saying? You have a marketing plan.
You've heard movies that may have not done well in theaters, but later on,
some hits.
They do great. Huh?
We got some good hood Jones. We got some good films. We got some popular hood Jones. Like, think about this.
Like, Friday didn't do well. I don't think Friday
was a hit.
He didn't do well in the theaters. It did well afterwards.
But it was a hit, though. This is why it covered all the aspects of a good movie, right? But it had a superstar cast, which was a super hidden gem. The cast was the hidden gem, for real. The movie was already a great concept.
Why is every Philadelphia artist or movie maker keep saying they got the next Friday? I've heard it about 3 times.
That's the hardest thing to do.
Figure that out.
The hardest thing to do is put something together with a bunch of what you would say is nobodies, and make it work, because a lot of people overplay their role. Instead of you being the best role player, they want to be the star, so they overdo the movie. So now it's like he's trying too hard to be my dad. She's trying too hard to be the funny auntie. Like, whatever the role is, they're overdoing it. Just play the role. Like, even think about Boys in the Hood. When you think about the Pops, did you feel like, or just think about any of those films, did anybody overdo their role?
No.
There was no super like
everybody was just regular.
You never looked at any of those movies and be like, why is that person in the movie? We do that all the time now with independent films. They look. They could have found a better role for this. That's a terrible.
You think movies are being rushed out? Some of these TV movies in the area.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Wait, because the access. It's like, how hip hop got with streaming. It's like, I could just upload it. I could do this all day. I don't actually have to go nowhere. I can do it from home. You could do this shit. That's how they treating the movies. Yeah. Like, they doing them from home. You know what I'm saying? Not knocking it at all, because do what you got to do, but I still feel like you should still carry the fundamentals in whatever you're doing. Like, take your time if you really want this to be a hit. I don't think they rush Friday.
No, probably not. No, you couldn't have back then. The resources,
No.
Yeah.
So you got to still do that. You still got to take that time or adjust to how fast things move and have it scheduled correctly as best as you can with film. This shit happens.
You seem like a person who's always on to the next wave. You're looking for the next thing.
Yeah.
Social media. It's something that I've always trying to figure out. You all know, like, social media is really big. What is going to be the next mass marketing tool that's just going to really be big for the next generation?
Real people. Real shit. Watch this. All this AI shit is cool right now.
Man.
But what's going to happen is AI is going to start dysfunctioning. Niggas is making songs with AI. They doing their homework with AI.
Press
They
conference.
doing all these things.
Press conference.
What happens when you got to do the real thing that AI been doing for you all this time? That's going to put me right back in the mix. I'm like, yo, your computer broke. You can't design that without a computer, can you? Damn, because you can't draw for real. Oh, shit. You ask ChatGPT, whatever, to do this design for you, but when you on the fly, you don't have access to that, can you still design it? Can you still write that song? Can you still make that beat? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's real.
What else can you? You know what I'm saying? That shit gonna run out.
That's real. I use AI a lot too, so you know.
I mean, it's cool, gives you pay, save time, whatever. But when it comes to your craft, or whatever you think you're gonna make money off of, how long can you use artificial intelligence to make some real shit?
Nah, that's real.
You know what I mean? That shit whack to me.
Well, listen, we actually about to come up with a close. Any shout outs or anything that you want to give to?
No, cause man, ain't nobody called me recently that I need to be shouting out. Y'all only know I'm alive because of my rant on Instagram and fucking TikTok. No, on some real though. Shout out to my agent Sonia. Shout out to my family.
Oh yeah, Culture District. What's going on?
Oh, it's lit. Culture District lit. What we doing right now is. How much time we got?
No, we got time. We got like 10 minutes. Go ahead.
All right, bet. So, Culture District right now, we doing a lot of investment searching, right? We looking for the right people to invest.
Okay.
When it comes to this grand search, it's a beautiful thing to go through, right? Because you really got to understand the business side of things. You got to understand what people who have money look for. Mm-hmm. And even if you don't get it, it helps you build and understand. Like on the way, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm learning stuff on the way, knowing why other shit back in the day didn't work. Okay. Shit. So it's a learning process. But it's a lot of money out here, man. It's people who are sitting in rooms giving people opportunities to present whatever they do and get whatever you ask for to go put that forth.
That's right.
And all they ask for you is to have the fundamentals, the basics. They don't ask for nothing else. The investment game... when people is big on the real estate, do the real estate thing, all that's cool if you know what you're doing. You can buy stuff and then it turned out to be worthless, right? But when it comes to investments of your own product, once you do all the basic of the work, you really can run your own business. It's not hard. People scared of it because it takes a little extra work. You gotta read and shit. But watch a few tutorials. But no, if you really want to do something and be like, because no one's going to give you enough money to make it past your paycheck.
Are you
working for somebody else is dead?
Are you still signing college athletes?
Oh, NIL's popping. So I repeat, all the certificates and everything that you're supposed to get agency wise going to be coming in because we got to do like actual tests and things like that. Okay. Like there's real stuff you got to know, and you got to get cleared with Click Kids and schools and all kinds of, they get background checks. There's a lot of going on. Mm-hmm. So that's a process, but we're going through with it. But that's definitely it. Because we got a couple of athletes already interested that we just know in our community that we want to help out. Mm-hmm. We already, got a rapport with their parents. Okay. And it's really about just getting presentation ready. Like once you learn the business world, it's all presentation. Like your kid can have a great jump shot. He has a great jump shot, but he's going to get the opportunity because he speaks a little bit better when he gets interviewed. Okay. Something so small like that can change how much money your child is worth. Oh, he looks like he can put that brand on now. You know what I'm saying?
Be marketable. Yeah.
Something so small. So when you learn that, I was like, oh, snap. Yeah, we can do that. So public speaking is very easy.
So are you signing them now or?
Not right now.
Okay.
Because I don't want anything to mess up future opportunities because they can sign to somebody else. Okay. But we want to make sure our company is set up correctly before we actually sign. Because it's not going to be through Culture District. It's going to be through another entity. Culture District.
When do you guys plan to be fully set up?
Probably in a year and a half.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's realistic. That's what's up.
Because we have to have a certain amount of agents on the team. Mm-hmm. We have to have rapport with businesses already that are part of the NI. Because once you get there, you get a portal. You still have to connect with those companies. To be like, hey guys, I got athletes coming from this area, this their demographic. They got this amount of people that they reach off the social media.
Wow, that's a lot.
They got this schedule. These schools are approved. These schools aren't approved. We can wear your products at this place. Okay. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot when it comes to that because companies is really putting out a lot of money. Okay. So they want to make sure, if we sending your kid $10K a month, you better be making sure you put on the Cheeto shirt. Family functions and all. Like, there's different contracts for everybody. So that's a lot. So on top of that,
that's a lot of a college athlete too. We're trying to be a student and an athlete. So now if you want that check, now you got to go out there and you got to do the promos and all that. That's extra stuff to tie in.
Commercials and all. And NIL is more profitable than the NBA right now. So I tell all the athletes, stay in school as long as you can. Get that extra year eligibility if you can, please. Because not everybody gonna make it to the league.
Yeah,
it's not, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. No, that's real.
You know what I'm saying?
I know I cut you off in the middle of your last minute shout outs to ask you a couple of things, but you could go ahead and resume that before we close.
No, that's pretty much it, man. Shout out to everybody who worked with me, man. Y'all know who y'all is. Y'all gonna repost this. So shout out to everybody who repost this because I love y'all. Because y'all support me, now I gotta support y'all. I owe y'all one. You know what I mean? Other than that, I know that I gotta clear this up real quick.
No, go ahead.
A lot of people saw me wear the Trump hat. My bad. I only wear the Trump hat because I feel like if we let it all burn, we can, you know what I'm saying, do what we did. You know what I'm saying? Go back to us. You feel me? But that's just me. That's my political stance. Nigga, they ain't never been for us. Why would we care if it all burned down?
When you wore the Trump hat, did you vote for him?
No. No. I don't even feel like voting is even necessary unless you do it locally. I feel like that's smart. But voting for the president, bro, come on. You know they picked that shit out already.
I got you. Nah, that's real.
All of them related.
That's real. You're gonna get a lot of flack for that.
Listen, they all all right, put it this way. Let's keep it real. If we are really holding a lot of power in our hands, and what we decide to do in this office is going to determine whether people get a certain amount of money, if people get lifelines that they need, insurance, all these things. Do you really think that we're in there arguing for people that we never see?
No.
So what are we doing?
No.
Do you think that we'll ever have a Million Man March again without something drastic happening? These little niggas is playing 2K every day. They don't see what's going on around
That's true. That's true. That's true. It's all it's all a distraction.
You know what I'm saying? So if we arguing, I can't get an agreement with my mom because she think Kamala Harris gonna save the world and Megan Thee Stallion's twerking and then you know what I'm saying?
That was a bad look.
Look at all this shit they throwing at us.
That was a bad look. That was a bad look.
They throwing mad shit at us because more people are realizing, this is a circus. And the more they gotta make it a bigger circus now.
Yeah. And
that's gonna capture the young boys. Or make the young boys not give a fuck enough to know what this guy right here is doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Nah. Well, listen, we appreciate you coming back. Yeah. Appreciate you dropping some knowledge and settling your beef. You know what I mean?
No more feuds, but we back to work though. No more feuds, but we back to work. You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate you. Well, that wraps up our episode with Opposing Perspectives Podcast. I'm your host, Dale. You can find us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Holla at us. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you.
Yes, sir.